And then what? What's everybody been up to? I'm slacking on being regular with these. As always, finding them W's. Got another Lowell at work yesterday. It's pretty much if it didn't have stuff stuck to the flip. I've lost count. I don't know how many of them I've got now. I'm going to have to get them out and check here in a little while. I got a couple of bills that nothing too special about them. I like finding the ones that are really low in the serial numbers, so this one's only 2,575. Fairly low. And then the 5 in a rows. I don't know why I like holding on to them. But that was almost a... That got the one before that had been a real nice binary. Couple of folds in it. Nothing real special. But it cost me $1 to put it up, so I don't mind. The whole mask thing has got all kind of hectic headaches going on and everything else. I had a woman the other day, I told her she needed to have one on. She said no, she didn't. I said, well, if you don't have your doctor's note or your mask, nobody in here is allowed to wait on you. She said, F you. And I said, ma'am, that would require a condom, and I can't even get you to put a mask on. So that's out of the question. Which she did not like at all. And then the woman last night that, for some reason or another, when I asked her where her mask was, and she told me she was not required to wear one, and I said, well, do you have your release from your doctor? And she said, you cannot ask me that. And I said, oh yeah, I can, because it does not have any of your personal information. It simply says you're not required to wear a mask. Well, in Michigan, we don't do this. And I went, you know that car ride where they made you sit and be real quiet for about, 6-8 hours? That was you leaving Michigan. You're in another state. Welcome to Kentucky. And here, it's a law. And for some reason or another, she decided to take that moment to start screaming about how Michigan was going to win. And I really didn't have to say much at that point, because about 4 of the customers just started gnawing at her about, you're in the great state of Kentucky now, and unless you'd like to hang out for a little while to have to go to court, you might want to put that mask on. We got to joking about it, and after I got home last night, we were talking about it, and, in a way, we came up here to visit. I lived up here for most of my childhood, and we moved to Alabama, and came up here to visit my grandmother, and broke down in an intersection, and in the state of Alabama at the time, insurance was not mandatory. And when we got to Kentucky, I never even thought about it. I got pulled over, didn't have insurance. That was a $1,500 fine. Well, I didn't have $1,500. I go to court about it, and I explained to the judge what has happened, and he says, well, son, in the great state of Kentucky, insurance is mandatory, so before you cross the state line into my state, you need to stop and buy insurance, because that's a law here. And then when I got back to the house, we were talking about it, and I got to thinking that, if I would have explained that to that woman, no, I stopped in this town 26 years ago and broke down and got pulled over and have been stuck here ever since. If I could have just had everybody in the crowd just start chanting, one of us. One. But I don't, I'm pretty quick on my feet when it comes to thinking and stuff, but that would have been gold if I could have just got a few of them to cooperate. I've already had 3 or 4 of them go off on the other customers that don't want to come in with masks, and they don't know how much I appreciate that. Anyway, guys, y'all be safe. Tell your friends. Thanks for liking and commenting. And y'all behave.